Okay, here's a funny Maddox story. So, one time Maddox went to Cabo for a bachelor party, and it was real crazy. The the bachelor got arrested and went to jail. There was a hurricane. The streets were flooded. I swear to God that all of this happened. It was a real crazy fucking bachelor party. In fact, here, let me see if I can find this. Let me see if I can find these pictures. No, I don't think I can find them right now. Anyway, Maddox went to Mexico, and there was all sorts of crazy stuff going on. There was, there was like drug dealers, there was a cartel, there was a hurricane, there was all sorts of stuff. Well, anyway, one of the nights Maddox was at a club. The club was shutting down, and he was flirting with a couple chicks, because that's what he does, and that's what chicks do with him. And he just walked up. I swear to God, this has only happened a few times, but Maddox walked on the dance floor, saw a girl, locked eyes with her, and they just started making out. And then she walked away, and he walked away, and they never even asked each other's names. That's a true thing that happened. Anyway, end of the night, I'm getting to this Mexican, I'm getting to the Paletes story, or I just calm your tits, or I just hang on. I'm going to tell you guys about this story. So, end of the night, Maddox is about to leave the club. Some girl comes up to him, and she's like, "Hey, big boy." And, with a very heavy Spanish accent, Maddox is like, "Oh, hi, sweetie." So anyway, they start making out, and she's like, "Do you..." Okay, anyway, so they start making out, and she's like, "Do you want to go to my friend's place?" And Maddox is like, "Oh, it's probably not the best idea to go with a stranger to someone's house in Cabo." But he did it. He did it. He said, fuck it, he's gonna take a chance. Fuck it. So he went to this random girl he met in a club during a hurricane. She invited Maddox over to her friend's house. She says, "Yeah, this is where I'm staying tonight." And he goes, "Okay, let's go." And then they go up into the hills of Cabo. And just like the hills of Beverly, and just like the hills of Los Angeles, and every other place in the world that has hills, that's where all the rich people live. So they go inside this gated community, and Maddox thinks for sure he's going to be gutted like a fish because that's where the cartel lives. So he's going up here with this girl he just met at the club, and it's like 3 in the morning, and then all of a sudden this other girl that Maddox was flirting with shows up there too, except she's got a boyfriend, and Maddox is like, "Oh shit, I hope this isn't awkward," because I guess the girl Maddox was with is friends with her. Anyway, they go inside this giant fucking mansion. This house was fucking awesome. It was huge. It was overlooking all of Cabo San Lucas. It was a beautiful house over in the hills. And thank God it wasn't a cartel house. But you know what house it was? It was the house of the guy who invented these popsicles. That's right. Maddox was in his mansion. Swear to God. So the girl that Maddox was with, she's like, "Yeah, do you want to fool around or do you want a popsicle?" and so Maddox says, "Well, I'd like a popsicle first, please." So she opens up the freezer, and there's only basically like 1 or 2 flavors, mostly pineapple. Maddox is like, it's between pineapple and coconut. Maddox is like, looks like pineapple's the right choice because there's a lot of it. And also, he doesn't want to try anything creamy. So he gets a pineapple popsicle, and he's eating it. And the girl's like, "Oh, so what do you want to do?" And Maddox's like, "I don't know, maybe eat another popsicle." She opens up the freezer. I swear to God, the whole freezer's just loaded with these pineapple popsicles. So then she goes, "Well, do you like these popsicles?" And Maddox says, they're making small talk. And all of a sudden, her friend and her boyfriend started arguing really hard. And then they started making out. They started making up, and they started making out. It's really hard. So the girl gets horny. She goes, "Why don't you come with me, big boy?" And Maddox's like, "Okay, sweetie." And then they go into the bedroom, and they bang. That's what happened. They banged. And it was real nice. It was real sweet. And, and then Maddox's cell phone is dead because he's been in a club all night during a hurricane. And he's thinking, oh, God, his friends are probably worried about him because they're staying at a resort. And Maddox is like, "You know what? I should probably head back to the resort. Maybe, can you call me a cab?" And she said, "No, you know what? Don't be silly. I'll take you back to your hotel." And And then she drove him home. She drove him back to the resort. Yay! Maddox wasn't gutted like a fish, and he didn't get killed by the cartel. Instead, he had some delicious pineapple popsicles, and he banged. It was, it was a real good story. I've never told that before. Neither has Maddox. So there you go. There's a little Maddox story for you all.